Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to learn about our project. My name is Suchitra, and I'm a computer science major. We're focusing on the Engineering Grand Challenge of advancing personalized learning, and the population we aim to support is children's ages 2 through 5 from low-income families living in rural North Carolina. This group is disproportionately impacted by the early childhood achievement gap and often enters kindergarten already behind in literacy, math, and social readiness. Research from the NC Rural Center shows that more than 80% of our rural counties in North Carolina are considered childcare deserts, meaning that families cannot access or afford early education programs. Because early childhood is one of the most critical periods for brain development, these inequities have lifelong consequences. Our solution aims to make early childhood both accessible and personalized for this population.
Hi, my name is Ausley-Claire Curry, and I'm majoring in elementary education. The problem we are addressing is that many rural families do not have access to affordable, high-quality preschool programs, and as a result, thousands of young children miss key learning experiences before kindergarten. To address this, we created the Rural Smart Start Learning Hub, a hybrid early learning model that brings education directly to families in three different ways. The first way is through mobile learning hubs. As shown in the image on the poster, we'll have a bus or a van that visits rural towns weekly with trained early childhood educators who lead short, play-based learning sessions. Second, we will have mailed preschool learning kits, a daycare-light experience delivered to families, including books, puzzles, STEM crafts, and bilingual Spanish and English activities. Lastly, we'll have a low-cost learning app. It'll feature short interactive videos, songs, and games with an offline mode for areas with limited internet access. Together, these components make early education portable, affordable, and personal for families who have been historically underserved.
Hi, my name is Mark Min, and I'm a computer engineering major. There is strong evidence that this approach will work. Studies show that children in rural areas benefit greatly when learning tools are brought into the home, and research from Schachter 2019 highlights that family engagement significantly increases school readiness outcomes. This program will begin as a pilot serving approximately 250 to 300 children, with the potential to scale to more than 1,000 children statewide. The estimated startup cost is $10,000 to $12,000, which would cover learning kit production, mailing, educator stipends, and app development. To fund the project, we will firstly pursue state support from the NC Department of Public Instruction and the Division of Child Development and Early Education. Secondly, for non-profit partnerships with organizations such as the Z. Smith Reynolds Foundation and the Duke Endowment. And finally, a small optional $5 a month family subscription to help sustain materials over time. We believe partnerships with local colleges could help recruit early childhood education educators and interns to support the mobile hubs. There are potential challenges in scaling up our kit distribution, data privacy considerations, and evaluating the impact of our solution, but we are confident that these issues can be properly addressed once more funding is secured.
My name is Hank Hanus, and I am a chemical engineering major. What makes our approach unique is that while there are existing programs like KiwiCo and ABC Mouse, none of them combine in-person educators, mailed learning kits, and a bilingual personalized learning app specifically designed for our population of rural, low-income preschoolers in North Carolina. Our solution is not just craft-based entertainment, but early education and growth. We expect to significantly improve early literacy and school readiness, strengthening long-term educational outcomes. Over time, the Rural Smart Start Learning Hub could expand to other rural communities across the United States and potentially support children with learning disabilities or multilingual learners. If we had more time, our next steps would be to develop a prototype learning kit and have an educator curriculum. Then we would pilot test in one or two North Carolina rural counties, and while doing that, we would collect data on parent satisfaction and child learning growth. Then we would refine the design based off of that feedback from parents and educators, and then we would look to expand our partnerships and secure grant funding. In conclusion, our team believes that advancing personalized learning should start long before a child enters a classroom, and that their access to early education should not depend on their family's zip code. With the Rural Smart Start Learning Hub, we hope to reduce early achievement gaps and give every child the strong start they deserve. Thank you for listening.